Shalom, la bachayayim shal yashala. Peace be to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, those Israelite foreigners that have been scattered abroad, dispersed through the various countries. Let's go back to the nation of Israel. Of course, that 144,000 Hanabayayim, which are all men, and of course the rest of the numerable multitude of men, women, and children, which will be believers in the Lord, and collectively, the 1/3 will, of course, receive that the Dawah, which is the mark of exemption from the coming judgment. To you, I say Shalom, and of course, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who well, and peace and salutation to the election, and of course, peace be to your families as well. Okay, in these coming times, especially to the Aqua, to the brothers, because this persecution will definitely be upon us very soon. It's already here in little stages, as you can see, little schisms and such. So expect, of course, something big to occur in the foreseeable future, as according to biblical prophecy. And Lord will, of course, we endure to the end, right? Which the elect will anyway, because it's in, of course, their lot. So we have this article here, which it says here, a man arrested after Jewish children verbally abused on London Underground. It's lucky if I didn't say it. Of course, all praise to Yahweh, Shem, that's the Lord ourselves and Paul Great Millstone. All right, well. So yeah, it says a man arrested after Jewish children verbally abused on London Underground, which I seen this video before, and it was actual video I seen and put in the regroup chat, and they blurted out the actual truth being coming out, in which that's what Adawam E himself, all right, wants to do, which is to control the narrative. He doesn't want this truth to come out. He doesn't want it to be revealed further, because as he continues to be revealed, all the different strongholds are already been falling, being crushed by the word of Yahweh Shem Shai through the mouth, which is the prophets. Okay, Lord's mouthpiece being crushed, of course, Yahweh Shai, of course, his prophets and such. Okay, we speak, okay, on the behalf of Yahweh Shem Shai. So it says here, being arrested after anti-Semitic, which Semitic is a made up word. You have Shemitic people, okay, and you have actually, Jacob and Esau are both Shemitic, okay. So here I'm going to be against myself. That's silly, okay. But they make up this term, which is anti being against, and you have Semitic, which is made up. You have Shemites, as I've explained. You have other heathen nations that actually come out of Shem as well. It says abuse was directed towards a Jewish, which that means like the Jew. We know the Jew is the actual so-called Negro, the tribe of Yahweh, which means Yahweh thinks. All right, that's the so-called Negro, the so-called black man in America. Okay, we are wherever you've been scattered to, because we're all over the place. It says was directed towards Jewish children on the London Underground. So in the city, you have the different public transport and such. This happened, on the train. It says the suspect, whose name and age hasn't been released by police, was held in Birmingham on Saturday night on suspicion of committing a racially aggravated public order offense. He remains in custody. Alright, so I seen this actual thing occur. I seen the actual posting last week, so, and I'm not sure if they actually went and then pursued it after seeing the video surfacing, but we'll read on. It says his arrest came after a man was filmed reading an anti-Jewish passage to a young boy There's a like, Yalad, all right, which is boys in Hebrew. Yalad is boy in Hebrew. Also, child. In skull caps, right? That's going into the that whole what they call that thing when they put on their head. I'll have to look it up. But while they were traveling with their family on the Northern Line. So that's what they're saying, but I seen him actually reading. When you see in the image, he's reading it to this actually elder here. Elder meaning a older guy. Okay. Not the actual child. The child is there, but it's there. And actually, when I seen the actual the posting was actually, and they put it up as a Muslim stands up for a man that was being harassed by someone on the public transport, and they of course use this whole narrative with this anti-Semitic and all that. Okay, so it reads on. It says his arrest after the man was filmed reading anti-Jewish passages to the young boys in Skullcast while they were traveling with their family on the Northern Line, wearing a cap and hoodie, a jumper. And the man is seen in the video threatening a man off camera as he tries to intervene before a woman in a hijab, which they know her name, Asma Shawike, confronts him. Alright, so this is what they're saying. Okay, you have to go and look up videos on your own. It says, I would have loved more people to come up and say something, because if everyone did, I do not think it would have escalated in the way that it did, she said. You have it with women in this day and age, and they, of course, are usurping authority over men and such. And you have it, a lot of the people, they're meddling in affairs that doesn't concern them. You have it, everyone wants to defend Adawam, okay? Mr. E himself, okay? And, we, of course, as Akim, in the truth, we of course use wisdom, chama, to necha, which is the guide, necha, now guide us in our walk, which we are to be what? Wise as serpent, wise as a serpent, and harmless as a dove. All right, and we don't, for the most part, let these or the opposition, Esau, Edom, or the other heathen nations know, that we know our heritage, that we're Hebrew Israelites. Okay, like just making an actual example. We ain't walking around a bit with fringes and such and cussing at everyone in our everyday life. You're putting a target on yourself. Okay, but you have it where this is actually these Lord putting the spirit on a lot of different these Jake. They're coming at these a lot of the different E's and or Adawamium. Okay, the wicked. It says being a mother of two, they gonna go and make it about this chick, kind of trying to, she's being like as a hairline or something, being like she's saving the day, but I mean, it is negating what actually is coming out is the truth. All right, so that's really the real story, okay? Because this is, they of course ain't gonna tell you what actually those were or nothing. You have to try to find videos, and the video that they did have, they of course blurred it, or tried to muffle the actual sound of the actual precepts coming out. And they ain't telling you that, hey, this dude, the actual Jake was actually bringing out precepts saying that this dude dead. Don't go back, the E that doesn't go back to actual let's say that'd be I'm a moth, which I'm being the people, and a moth is the true people of the Bible, the actual children of Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. All right, so I'm just gonna go into bringing up the actual scripture in which I believe that I had heard which it goes into that whole synagogue of Satan. Okay, which I believe is that twofold precept, which I believe you can find that in the book of Revelation, which is, or as they say in book of Apocalypse, chapter, or Revelation chapter 2, or maybe verse, might be in third one. Yeah, this is actually Revelation chapter 2 and 9, and it says, thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And that's referred to us. We, of course, are the ones that go through all of the different poverty in the worst places, while or Adawam is in the best places. Have, of course, the dew of heaven. Okay, we, of course, are in captivity under, you say, the Grecians. Okay, which would go back to what you see. Who was Alexander the Creep? He was a E. Okay, he was out of one. All right, because they go and they conquered and took the different nationalities of, and actually Japhites and such. That Philip Mason only, and you get traced all that. Alexander, they get traced back to Adawam. All right, Esau, Edom. Okay, so it says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but they are the synagogue of Satan. And this is in twofold and such. Okay, in this context, using it and for pertaining to those who are of the stock of Adawam, all right, claiming heritage, claiming to be the children of Israel, and not, of course, owning up to what they actually are, which are of Adawam. Okay, then they are La'ah of Yaikwab. Okay, so this is the truth. Where's Jacob being woken up? They're be receiving this truth, and as you can see, and these all the different wicked are being exposed for what they are. You be on public transport and you hear Jake, just cussing it out of one. All right, cussing it a heathen. Okay, so let me get some other precepts, and then I'm gonna make this long at all, and we'll go until the spirit. We'll go to let me see. We'll go to Socket, because I'm in the Shaddai right now, the field. Alright, so we'll go to, I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy real quick. So Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Alright, 15. Okay, so all the different curses that came upon the children of Israel. Alright, which is Deuteronomy 28 and 15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Okay, so some of the different curses which you have, the Lord spoke about, I know thy poverty, and but they were rich, and we rich, of course, in the truth. All right, and it tells us, that poverty, we would be in impoverished states. It tells us about, like I say, I'm gonna get a precept real quick. So one of the courses. Yeah, this is one. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee. Who lends, and we have to go to the one of all things to? Of course, their oppressors, being what? Chiefly Esau, Edom. Okay. who holds the height in the hill. Okay. You have the other heathen that, they pretty much benefit too off of, they already did, they benefit off of our labors. It says, and he shall lend to thee, using usury, different, obviously, interest on, the different debt notes, all right, if it's not but fiat currency, all right. It says, and thou shalt not lend to him. Yeah, you don't see us with any successful banks and such, because we have the curse, thou shall be the basket in thy store. And if Esau Edom see any Jake coming up, he's gonna sabotage it. It says, he shall be the head, the Ra'ash, and thou shalt be the tail. All right, so we're gonna be in the bottom. All right, so it tells you. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, Slocky, I came in, had to get something handled. But anyway, going on with the video, and I was going into the Deuteronomy 28 that it tells us about in verse 46 that, and they shall be upon thee for a sign, and this is referring to the curses. It says, for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So we can tell who the actual Israelites are pursuant to these curses. Okay, and you have other things, but pretty much the curses are a guideline for who the Israelites. It'll distinguish them from all the other people. Okay, so you have Jake waking up. So let me get some other scriptures real quick. Like I say, just wanted to do something through the spirit. So I didn't get to go do a video yesterday, so we'll do this out the way, make up for it. So this is the next one. This is going to be the book of Matthew 24, verse 14. And it says, in this gospel of the kingdom, which is the good news, right, of the kingdom, Hamalakwath, shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. And the scriptures, the gospel, the good news unto the children of Israel, that their oppressor is going to be taken out of the way, has been preached, and is being continually preached, and the fashion is being preached in is in the way that it was intended to bring down Esau Edom. Okay, because the wicked has been revealed due to this truth going out in this particular frequency through the words of the Lord through his prophets. And let me get another scripture. Second Ezra chapter 6 and 28, and it reads, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. For as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which this is the truth, call of Math, all truth which the apostles and elders at Great Millstone preach, all right, which had woken up the Israelites, particularly is woken up the elect, or waking up the elect, because I believe they're sealed, but not all are elect, are perhaps they woken, but has been waking up whom it was intended to wake up, which is that 1/3, those that are going to be chosen, or who have been chosen before the foundation of the earth to be delivered. It says, which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. Okay, so this truth has put out and a vibration in the earth. And as you see, the prophecies is continuing to come to pass, in which we know whom is the wicked, Harashai, who the wicked are, or wickedness, that was wickedness. Rashai just said wicked. Alright. So I'm gonna get that real quick, and then we're gonna close out, because not to go too long. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2 and 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there be a falling away for us, we for as a nation, right, lost our heritage, and then it's being returned back unto us." It says, "And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition," right? That's Esau Edom. It says, "Who opposeth and exalt himself above all that is called a power, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High." So that's what Esau Edom does, all right, which he has blasphemed the heavens. Okay. It says, "Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things." It says, "And know ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time," and he's been revealed. All right, which we go into that word for reveal, which is apocalypto, right? Apocalypto, to uncover. A veil that has been covered up has been made known and make manifest, right? In which, I'm gonna get real quick. I can probably close out on it. This is the book of Isaiah. I believe it's 25 chapter, 5th chapter, and around 7, verse 7. And it reads and says, "And he will destroy in this government, America, the face of the covering cast over all people." And there's a covering cast over all the people, okay? "And the veil that is spread over all nations." And you have many people don't know who they are, but because of their truth being preached, people know who they are. We know that we are Israelites, so-called Negro Latinos, the Americans, and we know who the E's are, or Adawamium are, who are the wicked, okay, on the earth. Which, you go to this word for veil, is you have here the Hebrew word ma-sakah, right, from na-sak, which, you got here a woven stuff, a covering image, okay. There's a veil, which is spread over the nations, where people, they don't know who they are, but now because of the truth coming in, they do. All right, so that's pretty much my message for this one in short. Esau wants to flag all these different videos, so obviously I'm watching what I say, but the truth has went out. So those who were to get it, or to get it, will get it. All right, and we'll get it regardless of what Esau Edom does. Okay. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yashai Hashem Kodesh, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who well. Again, the article title was this: "Man arrested after Jewish children verbally abused on London Underground." We know that persecution will come, okay? And as you see, it looked like pretty much us, just with the garment on, But like I said, there's a time and place for everything and stuff. So, we know exactly who we are, and we see that the wicked has been revealed, the cover cast is being cast down, and the man of sin, he's going down, being Adawami. With that, I want to say Shalom.